What's going on, guys? I'm Adam from Boost Auto. Today we're going to be showing you how to install our Kill Switch Harness for your Lumastep M1 or Lumastep M2 steps. That way you can kill your running light or you can kill the entire boards with the simple flip of a switch. We understand you might not want to always drive down the road with the lights on, so this is going to give you that solution so you can flip the switch, turn the boards off so they're not illuminated whenever you want. So let's get into it. Just going over what's included in the kit, we have the entire harness here. There's a relay integrated into it. Then we also have this little wire over here, as well as a switch. Everything you need is going to be included in this kit. Super easy install. First things first, we're going to pop the hood. We're going to disconnect the battery. This vehicle has 2 batteries. If you only have 1 battery, disconnect that. Otherwise, just disconnect the negative terminal on both batteries if you have both. All right, before we get started, I recommend untying the harness, laying it all out. There's a bunch of different wires in here. The orange wires, there's 2 that are different lengths. You're gonna need to know which one's the shorter, which one's the longer. So I just untangle it, lay it out on the floor so you know which wire is which. First step in the installation is gonna be to hook up our red wire from our kill switch. That's gonna hook up wherever your Lumastep main power came from. In a lot of cases, that's the battery positive terminal, but it does vary on a per application basis. So wherever you hooked up that main power wire, that red wire from your Lumastep harness, locate that, remove the stud or whatever's holding it on, and add the red wire from your Lumastep Kill Switch Harness. All right, in this vehicle, our Lumastep harness is hooked up here. So we're gonna remove this nut. And then we're gonna take our red wire from our Lumastep Kill Switch Harness. Now this does have a fuse on it, you can see. We're going to take that red wire, there's a ring terminal on it. We're going to install that right here and tighten the nut or bolt back down. All right, now we're going to be in the cab of the vehicle. We need to take a straightened out metal piece and poke it through the firewall so we can pull a wire straight in through. If you watch the Lumastep installation video for your vehicle, you'll see there's a section talking about a rock light harness. That rock light harness always has to come through the firewall, so reference that video to see exactly where to poke through the firewall. All right, we've pushed that wire straight through the firewall. Now I'm under the hood. I've located the wire. I'm going to pull it up here so that way I can tape my wire to it and pull it back through. All right, now you want to locate your black wire with a white tracer. It has this little female terminal on the end of it. It's the black wire with white tracer that's connected to the relay. So you're going to take that and get some electrical tape and tape it to this straightened out metal piece. That way we can pull it through the firewall. We'll jump into the cab and just pull the wire straight on through, and we'll untape it from the coat hanger, and we'll be left with just that black wire with the white tracer. All right, now we have our solid black wire. On one end has the ring terminal and the other end has this female terminal. We're gonna locate a suitable ground, a bolt somewhere in the vehicle with some metal exposed, and we're gonna secure this ring terminal to that ground. Then we'll take our solid black wire with the ring terminal, place the ring terminal into position, reinstall the nut, and torque it down. You wanna make sure that this is metal to metal contact. This needs to make a good connection.
To mount your switch, drill a hole using a 13/16 inch drill bit.
After you drill into your dash, it's time to bring the wires up to where you have it. So we have the wire that we passed through the firewall, as well as the wire we just grounded out. I'm gonna route those wires straight up from the bottom here into the backside and poke them through the hole. All right, now that we got those wires routed through that hole, we're gonna take our switch provided by Boost Auto and we're gonna connect those wires to it. The black wire is going to go to position 1 and the black wire with a white tracer is going to go to position 2. Then we'll just push the switch into position. Once complete, we'll tie up any of the wires under the dash free of any heat or moving components. Now with this harness, you have 2 options with how you want it to work. You can either kill the boards entirely, that means running light, turn signal, everything. We could do that by killing the main power to the boards, or you can kill just the running light, which would allow you to still have the turn signal on. So we're gonna split this video, and you're gonna watch whatever section's pertinent to you, decide if you wanna kill the main power so the boards are totally dead, or if you wanna kill just the running light so you still get the turn signal. Let's get into showing you how to kill the main power, and then later we'll show you how to do just the running light if that's what you'd like.
Before we get started, take a look at the wiring diagram for this section.
All right, so for killing the main power, the first thing we need to do is locate the main power. So you want to locate your Lumastep lighting harness, your power terminal. Typically that's going to be at the battery. In this vehicle, it's not at the battery, but you're going to locate that wire. Okay. So in this vehicle, right here, here's our fuse for that. You can see we have a little bit of distance here between the fuse and the terminal. We're going to cut that at about halfway the distance. And then we're going to strip both ends. Locate the blue wire from your kill switch harness. We're going to connect that here. All right, so when you cut that, you have two ends of the wire. You have the wire closest to the battery, and then you have the wire closest to the fuse. The wire closest to the battery is going to be your input. That's going to get connected to the blue wire on your kill switch harness. So we're going to take that end that we've stripped, we'll install it into the blue wire on the kill switch harness, and we'll crimp it down. Next, you want to locate the shorter of the two orange wires. Okay, so there's two orange wires, one's longer, the other's shorter. Locate the shorter wire, and we're going to come down and get the wire coming out of the fuse, and we're going to install that into the orange wire. Bring it into position and crimp it down. All right, that extra orange wire, the longer wire, is not used when you're killing the main power. So we're just going to take some electrical tape. I'm going to come over to the butt connector here and just tape over the end of it because, again, it will not be used. Going to tape over the end, making sure it can't touch anything. And that's basically all you need to do. So this is, again, going to kill the main power to your boards. You got some extra wiring here. Clean it up, tuck it up, tie it out of the way of any heater moving components, reconnect the negative terminal of your battery, and then you're done.
Before we get started, take a look at the wiring diagram for this section.
All right, for those of you who want to kill just the running lights, still keep that turn signal regardless of the position of the kill switch, this section is going to be for you. We're going to be connecting the blue wire and the two orange wires, okay? You want to take the shorter wire on the side that you connected the power wire. So on this vehicle, we connected the power wire on the driver's side. That means the shorter orange wire is going to be here on the driver's side. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is locate your Lumastep harness that is running down to your headlights to tap the running light, okay? So that in this vehicle is right here. It has this tubing on it, so we're going to kind of peel the tubing open and pull the blue wire out of it. Take your electrical tool and cut the blue wire. Strip both ends. Now we have our blue wire from our kill switch harness. The attachment of this is really critical. You want the blue wire from your kill switch harness to be the side that's leading towards the headlight. So in that case, that's this blue wire here going towards the headlight. Insert that into the butt connector and crimp it down. Next, you'll locate the shorter of the two orange wires and install it onto the other end of the blue wire that you cut. For the longer orange wire, we need to route that over to the other side of the vehicle. That's going to vary on a per application basis, but just make sure you keep it clear of any heater moving components. So I'm going to bring this over on this vehicle here. Obviously, I will tuck this up and out of the way of any heater moving components once I'm done. All right, over here on the other side of the vehicle, once again, we're going to locate this tubed wire that's heading down to our headlight that we use to tap for running light. So we've located that. We've just pulled it up here, and we're going to open up that tubing once again. And we're going to take the blue wire and pull the blue wire out of the tubing just a little bit. In this instance, we're going to cut it, but you're only going to strip one side on this side. So you're going to strip the side leading to the steps. For the side coming from the headlights, do not strip it. So the side leading to the steps, we're going to strip the end. Once you've stripped that end leading to the steps, you're going to take your longer of your two orange wires and you're going to crimp the blue wire into the orange wire. Last thing you want to do is this blue wire leading down towards the headlight, take some electrical tape and just tape over the end of it so it can't short out. All right, last thing you want to do is take your heat gun and you want to heat shrink any of the butt connectors on here. Then we'll just tie up all the wires free of any heat or moving components, reconnect the batteries, and your installation's complete.